of what the Casa Cassium now. I almost so be any so young.
I want national security, both married and unmarried. Odifa. He had sex with many of them. Sir, former national security coordinator, no, Mr. President Mahama, mobile prosecutor, no, with deep bonnet, etia or may papa. Now, let me reveal this secret quickly before we go on. And this lady in question, the lady's crime is because he wanted to have sex with the lady. Meboa, Mr. Sumini, Madel, you goddamn rook. Madel, come out. Let me say, it's extremely exerting on the John Dramani Mahama's government to consider the exigency to set up the committee of inquiry and also to arrest the former national security coordinator, Mr. Edward Kwaku Asumeni, for prosecution. The growing concerns comes following what is now known to be abuse of the state organization hitherto became a cash cow for inexplicable wealth in the eye of the presidency. Several officers in the agency, however, have threatened to resign if the John Dramani Mahama's administration does not heed to the call. Tonight, we expose yet another highlight of a senior officer at the NSA in his line of duty. I am Kwaku, Annan. And I dream Mambaha, Sidia Kakrana Media to Minim Nanso, Inibri Wumpa. Yeah, every folks, every Nyoma da formono, and Yen Yoma are not Resa. President John Dramani Mahama has set out the security chief, so we believe that this committee of inquiry here can wasemi. At least any moment from now, we believe that President John Dramani Mahama, Bema Kwan Emasa security chiefs way, would set out this committee of inquiry so that a lot will be seen to be done. Folks, let's get started. Minimisa here. Bonibie ni wakwemu. Yenso bonibie ni akwemu. Na the America chira nisa anadri menya kwadro why. Mesrew. Mfami hu ebufuo. Me de menye bone me yosonfo me soa. Ade a mesuni na na se me beboa wo. E mo men ediye na o men yakoyie. Dwuma ye bedi wa ha no enye dwuma ketewa wo. Na me be mamo eye another horrific encounter. Tienio on Monday, which is the maiden edition, me mamo very, very dastardly and a horrific encounter of a top-notch national security officer. Oko and social kesibim ewo national security wa ni nyara no. Ora Kwaku Asumeni wei a ene oni national security hobium. Bonia we dietia national security top officers chichi binimugumu enemani ade no. And I dream me be mamo part 2 of yet another top officer. Oh, look. Top-notch officer or also Ohawa or Komu ewo national security wa make us say. Sir top-notch officer we he was a former military intelligence officer, yeah? He was a former military intelligence officer, bar retired, and he didn't call national security ho. Na me be kire mo kwan a ye de ne fa so ewo ono so ye de ne kwoto BNI cells. Na boni Kwaku Asumeni wedie ni wo. Mr. President John Mahama, I am saying this to you, sir. Say see ya wa appoint to security chiefs ora Prosper Bani. Edano as a security advisor me say moon set out a committee of inquiry. 1. Probe, investigate, and then arrest the former national security coordinator Kwaku Asumeni. I'm telling you, Mr. President, to save the image of this enviable security organization, because our intelligence reported that some of the fine officers or more, many of them are about to leave. Yeah. Na samo penisa mwasem. Na Mr. President, my main counsel mincho say hey. What was the national security issues are not meant to be discussed outside. Yeah, and you know why. But Ebria meno kase no dia yetete ewo kukuom ni se omanpeni no an set out the committee of inquiry there, then they will be forced to come out and blow out everything. Because when him national security in Bia, Ubetimi Akoye NDC ni MPP asemu ho. No, they are all workers of the state. And the state's intelligence information nara are kept at the confines of the national security. And if some officers have been mistreated, what they are looking for, they say, at the end of the day, no, as I see here, you to me at discuss it, San Yomano, not woman no, etimi yaden, etimi who say, no, and your crime way so NSSA, you do more fast. No, mutimi ehu say, their grievances have been what? Have been met. Mr. President, because I tell you what, Mr. President, say, ya nyane sa, na ya yane say, oh, ye Ethiopia, ye Bensia. I'm here to tell Mr. President John Mahama, say, the top officers at the NSA are saying they will be forced to come out. Because, look, I have restrained some of these officers not to come out now. And that is also the very good reason why, on this platform, the front line, we are doing the build-up. And again, asking President John Mahama, say, "Mon set the committee of inquiry now, so that these officers will go there quietly to go and lay all the grievances and the issues, so that information will be kept strictly at national security level." Yeah, and yes, sir, what we are going to witness, and say, they will be forced to come out and blow out all the top secrets. It doesn't matter, say, Ghana penny for me. It doesn't matter, say, those security issues, happen during the ex-war, Adodan Kwaku Fuadu Aben. No, a state security, a state matter, a your minor answer, and found say not President Akufo-Addo no. As long as those sensitive issues were or are issues for Ghana, and phobia. But I think so no, the right thing must be done. The right thing must be done. Actually, say, as I see, you set out this committee of inquiry. Near dinner maybe etotuho ma etimibua. Enunti ena Mr. President, I would crave your indulgence to say, Monshe, Nasa committee of inquiry no. Yen setting and then each name ma emphasize from Rimra, because say ya officers now your imagine say they will go public, and if they go public, Mr. President John Mahama enye papa. You see, now one thing Mr. President Mahama can also do to compensate the situation is say, as I said, our committee of inquiry no, at the investigation we beba. Na ye probi wia sa national security coordinator former Kwaku asumeni no monfa ne picture meto so MC monfa ne picture mra sa former national security coordinator no Mr. President Mahama mo be prosecute no with deep bone etia omen papa. I'm telling you, with deep bone kese etia omen na mo be temase on other screen so no yeah. Monfa the other picture na ya na me pay no chin we as na ni mai we na afini edi post na ma no e kom dem aha sa time we ha no na e kom edi no na e kom edi wom oni Gabby asroche da ko na e kom edi wom enti eni ebi wom a I say na onye but ebra obenye sika no ho masa eni oma oye no enya de a emu eyemre sa very very serious. Enti answer na security top officers see won be decide so on resign or more resign no woman na train say John Mahama set out a committee of inquiry na womo emrase na womo mekasa now hwe mame nka simti anadwe wo ho Mr. Brace yourself asemo e bananya asem ketwa afi another top officer ono so ye di ne fa ekwanya emu oya ye di newu ono so ye chi no ye ne kwose BNI cells hwe me de mi hu bi da o eye me say eye na say the only times I obehu say ye di nipa kogu sa BNI ho ne na sefo no was the days of the Rawlings era. Now, mentia say, sa national security coordinator we decided say obe haraze on one officers are one more NSC ho.
Now, let me reveal this secret quickly before we go on.
On Monday, me kachira mo say, or they say Ray Eshe national security or say Ray ya yentimi mfa ni din entudwe. Or the nation BNI cells 3 solid months. When you know, now anytime Biara, when we be sa national security officer no, a time wa yedene court. 29-year-old Ghanaian, 7 her nation keke. Or 7 in nation keke. Now, time bianswa, when we didn't be court to say court in nasem no. Adia, when we the handcuff eguninsa. Until when the woman is being taken to courtroom, na handcuff eguninsa. Ghana for Mr. President Mahama, I want your administration to attach some significance and importance to this. More or less, may I say, the National Security Advisor to John Mahama, Mr. Prosper Barney, take this matter serious and advise the president. Namunya the right thing. Me say, this guy on the screen, National Security Coordinator way, must be arrested immediately. A committee of inquiry must be set to probe him. Mr. President Mahama, me see, anytime Biara, yedi Irano, me see me to me find a picture ma ni din so me ma, but I gave a clue, say, the lady is a Ghanaian, and the only clue I can give further, and he said, ne papa was also a top-notch lawyer in this country. Yeah. The father is deceased. Ne papa ne frimu. Ne papa also was a top lawyer and also a member of the NPP. Meanwhile, Kwaku asmenino anya den amfa ferry mpo anto so say oh papa kra no oboa NPP nkakra enti anya hwe ne yen den yemfa let me put some human face to it. Anya Kwaku asmeni sa no Erano so fi kwawu he yawo oye kwawuni Kwaku asmeni so ye kwawuni wanye ni mpo se anya Ghana de eja ye na ye nimu ye hunkonko oh we minu aigbeni nyahwe ye ne saa kakrakra oh we minu fantini oh we minu santini saa ne de tete wo memu ha ye boaboa ye ho saa ebra odi ewura ne koto BNI cells a o chi ewura na so no de ne kokod no odi ne free court no na beto BNI cells 3 solid months about a woman. And I am saying this tonight, also calling on women's organizations in this country. They be almost sorry, affirmative action. Please wake up. Where is this lady? Very simple. Oh, Mami, our vice president office. I know Sir Hona Bewos is here. Shamima Muslim. Shamima, if you are there, listen to this. Listen to this story. Shamima Muslim. You are part of this woman, Debe, active whatever. Munteki this matter very serious. And please, let John Dramani Mahama set a committee of inquiry. We need to probe further. Kwaku many our mind say, Iran mpu ye ni krom ni o. Me no family no. Efa kwawu empenimfo bi womotu kwawufo mpenimfo bi say yemra Kwaku asmeni enim ne ene ne mekasa na ontwa so ewrei onye boni bia sabio boni oye ane se na wo pese oye den ofa no boni a ewra ne ye ya ne se the former national security coordinator Kwaku asmeni wanted to have sex with the girl and the girl slapped him terribly in the office. A national security officer rushed in the room and one officer we gu nani mu asinti. Former President Wayne Akufo-Addo said to the coordinator, said, drop this matter or see on drop it. Chief of Staff, former Chief of Staff, Mami Frema told him to drop or see on drop it. Case, you know. Kwawufo mpenimfo bi ba nanim still. Or the handcuff egu ranensa the ne kotu BNI cells for 3 months. Now maminka we inchira say one of also the reason why they would Kwaku would have to do this thing to this young poor lady. And they say Honorable Kennedy Japan can also be cited to be one of the reasons. Na madewom come umra bonten me say Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akumpre Japan was also one of the reference or reasons why that national security rogue coordinator did what he did to that young lady. Yeah, mo with Donyame MPP and you may be senior be piano mo be dwane free or memuha. Oh yeah, mo ye would for some of you. There were fine people in MPP who didn't like what was going on in MPP. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, ya kasa ni akasa ye. A lot of people in MPP are not mumpedi echo. Now so the lives of Kwaku who became fabulously rich, inexplicable wealth, courtesy the Gabby the prime ministers. Nemu sem fu anamu di wo menma munye nipa me enka sankrem na ayam sem one ewiase ene ye kan bere ye ni nka so ate. Asem mintini ye se di kudu e jana ho. Asem mintini ewiase ye nam ye de ahu jija. Why? Because of Kennedy Japan ka ho and omu treat Iran sa. Why? Iran godfather no ni kodi nkomo no. Say Iran the godfather no ni kodi nkomo no. Also ran a big time hotel in one of the locations in East Legon. Ni nebe pienche. The real report is coming. And this man is also a very close friend to Kennedy Japan. And one no. Well, if we are say yeti de bia nipa hu ye obiehi na ye den ebibifo ye de no de bia ya tan ye ho atan omai ba ko etim enipa atan nipa ni hu de oje wo ho otan nko a na moya sa na munya den moya sa munya den enipa bedidi keke ididi wie ni anom onya atare bia hye wo ko baabi eno ano bibia ni wiase biomu mafa wiase te se world cup no ate ne boni mu da boni mu mu dware boni mu sori boni mu na ye den. All right? Nanchenye Bibia, Ghana for Mumisa. Honorable Kennedy Japan was the chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. He has the powers to summon Edward Kwaku, the former National Security Coordinator, to drop this case or appear before committee or Parliament. Mumisa so to me ya. Honorable Kennedy Japan crowd na no kotu mubi. Abranten se minya case we minya no china. Why? Because he was taking his powers directly from the prime minister in the MPP called Gabby. Yeah, that's how MPP became. People, there were certain people in certain corridors of power who were pulling the strings and controlling MPP from the north, south, east, and west. And it got to a point that President Akufo-Addo became absolutely as if though not in control. One, if not the last cabinet meeting, Amokoye. Na senche ya yentokwa President Akufo-Addo nankasa ni nua hwan Oforiata the former finance minister die na esi ya mobeka ne kure no ana ne so menka adena mu ye nipa bon semsa boni amudie no twa monhwe yi o. The same way tonight I am advising NDC mpenimfo John Dramani Mahama to leave a good legacy. Be very careful and be warned. Hey, samu be yen yoma tru kasa mi do nyame e be funu mu keke NDC munye careful. Ate every way amoba tena ben mu e yo somo a mode ahobrase odokro ye ne ntiase e de be som Ghana for na media na yaboa mo. Na samu ba be ye tintiniti, do you know me? Do you know what? Hey sir, he really wopukoko we mu. So anadwi ye the another top-notch national security officer or ye ne djuma e wo national kwan omde ne fa so. Me de no so ba. As I speak to you right now, a minute we, sir, this top national security officer we, look, neba e yare din emo the life support so as I speak. Me to me in fa picture na nchiremo. But I have the pictures. This top national security officer we onunso Kwaku Asumeni any top national security officers be chiefs be ewo ho Blue Gate Kwan yom de ne fa so. My goodness. Ono so yede ne court 4 solid years here. 4 solid years. Or that's so court. Meanwhile, court into me yeden. Entwa asem no mu. Enu ni no national security for have refused to go to court. Ni mbisa say Gabby asorochiridako roll ben and a war in such cases. Where the anya Ghana for abonto the national security stream one ankasa no mu e din krofo ani. Di bonesa. Bonin kwa. Folks, brace yourself and agree in some over. Some kesi nam kwem, it will blow your mind. And on here kase Mr. President. My committee of inquiry no enye adwuma fast. Yeah. Man enye adwuma fast. Some people in this country in the actual administration must be arrested oh. Mr. Mahama, share enye defe nyoma oh. Me say mo beti tiwoma tituo mu gum. Enti na no bi na me kama asem ahemfo mo wo memu ha. Ma me nka wei. Ahemfo akase bi a mo wo memu ha. Brano ya na mo ya mo ho te se dwanto hene ye pa mo chow. Mo ye me wo fa nom. Ahemfo mo wo memu esra mo stay away from John Dramani Mahama's administration. Please. Some of our chiefs in this country stay away. Na mama John Mahama enya neni ne naso nya na adwuma. Enya afina John Mahama, you know, and you see, and this person, there's an mo be paper chow. No, yenyai. Dan to a hini for mon ho allow John Mahama to rule. No nya na adwuma. E bibi mind be koswa. One thing about black people is our inability and our recklessness to be held responsible for our actions. Abrofo this how onu ko resign e ko yache. Or resign e ko yache. Enra hwade bi e koso e say US Capitol Hill. Ye grille e Peter Hegseth e ba be ye Donald Trump ne dia ne national defense secretary. Ono ba be defense secretary. Guess what? And Nyoma Hegseth akeka didadida years back. Yakofani na be gu papa yi so say in some way no. Oh, yen we not just say some of the Senate committee members in there. This say be a Trump e de veto power. I say won fair man no. We are see the ye bia yen tia say da ho twen yen. Enya Africa wo obefa ne ho adi. Ko easy. I agree with you. You see, as a sister, ye mrano bibri. Just say, and your ma air cost a buma and mintiasie, she and ranadro. If some of you were watching the international wires, guess what is happening in South Korea right now? I don't know of the latest update. In South Korea, the Koreans were looking for the president of South Korea to arrest him and prosecute him. South Korea, Semeboa, somebody, Danley, go and do research and come and tell me, Semeboa. In South Korea, the president of South Korea, Womo Shishana Chini Dinatum. They had ye be beer with impunity and nobody cares and nobody give a monkeys. How? How they? Then former national security coordinator, Ebetraho, Edi Nyamina Simbio Pe, just he became so powerful and Onfa kandapa kra nyeshi. Asem way, mumisa kan mo amunim kandapa, mumisa ne se kandapa enimwa. Me so onfa kandapa nyeshi. Emma e one national security, both married and unmarried, odifa. He had sex with many of them. And this lady in question, the lady's crime is because he wanted to have sex with the lady. Meboa, Mr. Asumeni Madel. You goddamn rogue. Madel, come out. Let me say, for how many months in that I've been looking for you? You are not able to come out. Come and answer questions over all the secret and intelligence report the frontline have put out, including those reports written by the joint intelligence chiefs. Come and answer. Say, you are a drug dealer, you are a cocaine dealer, and of course, you are also doing money laundering in this country. You are also transporting gold outside Ghana. Come. Nebeyano. That's what we are looking for. Untimima. Why? My doors are open 24 hours. Bra, uba ha ubenye nipa no makasa. And I'm prepared to host you. Mamu me entra Ghana. Ni enye nyoma basa sao. No man ye no bia we are all stakeholders so. Ewo man how? Kwaku enen dey na John Mahama si Kwaku. Kwaye adwuma we ma. Ade acha na Kwaku, ayena Kwaku tutu na basa. Eniamba ho sem ni enianso ho ena mi mu Ghana for how? Debi. Enye sa, enye fine. Enye Maminka win so J Kamo or say Kwaku, I support JDM in going after every loot as been alleged. However, can they start the investigations from 2012? Hey, my John Ken or say Kwaku, watching you live because I love it. You are the only one who can say it like it is. Hooray! You are the man, like Kek Franklin said. You are the only one. Yes. Ajua Osi, good evening, Kwaku, and everyone. Great show. Keep it up. Aura, all the way. Yeah, Josephine Osno Osi, hey, I sanet here. Bibri, I mean, fancy and Afiyemra. Folks, Afiyemra, the politics of today. The politics of today takes us to the new patriotic party, apocalyptic defeat in the just ended election 2024, and now some unqualified apology to Ghanaians. MPP Peninfo, Ebria Menemo Kase, Ede Echopa Abetofom, against the backdrop of this apocalyptic defeat. Sa if you want Pagana Funya Chow, Yemfanche, Iran Bonini, Impenin say, the Obehun inform so. No what they and could to go from 1 year upon it, and I tend to agree with them. I am even more comfortable now. Say when we from Swana now, no we didn't go to do a good form and could to do ben or we did good from now. Why an agina partner name Upper Ghana for natural. Take a listen to this.
Of the party from your former president the national chairman, the flag bearer about the many Ghanaians are not making a deep party. I no more Domaye and Rantan Mabawa 2016, 2020, or more high hopes. Say or more year you ma party didn't the many businessmen and women are across the country. Or more 2016 or more Tom Majapadi. Or more Modo Musika, ye be ma adopt the polling station, or more boy, Edomsika by the various lecturers are or more various campuses or more boy. Or more a year research my educate pulling agents at the Maye. Many lawyers across the country at 2016, 2020, almost so much hope in Asaase about when they be no many beginning. On behalf of the party, we apologize and we are sorry. Sebi, I say party a dear full so too. So we have not been fair to certain people almost boy in 2016, in 2020. To many youth are they more high expectations say commitment BBI and now said 8 man should be an a moment me should be an. We should eat the humble pie and admit say no more course who are queen contractors BNC trauma kayentin trauma. Or more a stronghold no BNC to me a quiet 9 years. Schools are necessary to me see hospitals say to me yet 9 years. Must say sorry to all these people. As General Secretary of the party, I apologize on behalf of the party.
Do you agree from where I said this election?
Great. And this is why Justin could Ebiana Justin minim senti a udinu mi abonua sesɛn they be an air bemitim say abonua minim say webunua pen ana said I don't know why any senti mama yes grade 1 now following the apology NPP's diaspora branch have also launched a full-scale attack on the party's general secretary demanding to know the location of some cars brought to the party. Apology, but NPP diaspora branch for Suenia Brie. A few one musu bisa general secretary say, car CB or Monday buy a boy say, na wa hwa abrochire awoyi mu ne nipa kotrotro mu mawremu ye djuma de cars ebre party mpenimfo se munyi mfanya adwuma na diaspora for no kra mo post dodo sen NPP diaspora branch mo post saying it's my goodness hey MPE radi mutimu odin o I know said diaspora for no hey post saying na mo de ma wonum nothing nani na mugu ha post ni na mu di ni na wo Ghana ha say sikadie ni medie ni na mu di ni Ghana ha moti Ghana ho NPP penifo you are chopping the money and you are chopping the women and the men in the cold the men in the snow were they been transporting cars eba se mo mfa nya adwuma hwekwan mo fa so mo aki and I like the boldness of the guy now or accuse him say cars in we fa take a listen to them take a listen to these folks.
Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of MPP UK. We donated two pickups worth $100,000. The animal me and Kasami, the animal was a chairman, and we presenting. We had a meeting with the chairman. And when we were having the meeting, now a second one, you know, me boy, man, is a calm, the mom, by your best engineer, you see. Because we don't have a banner, any baby, I have a cocoa. We will need the car. As I said, you're the year 2 months.
Cars and our car. Cars.
Oh, my mate, as I said, baby, 4 year cars. Do the river call. The car to say, at least, first see director of external affairs office man. Now, your bar, you will use to they could have 13 constituencies, your move by 10, because move your branch beyond the capacity as to how over to be ahead. So, move my 10 constituencies. There are many members I want to need from so we need for to be pieces. Near 3, only 3. So, 13 constituencies, and we have to go around the whole country almost, even though it was simplified for greater Accra and East Game. Then I will check out free with 7. I'm a minimum to my yam and Namuni Nina, with the Uber and Kwan and Antisa. If the Sam of Cass, these are the things that are killing this party. Ideas I run every single leader. I run the campaign manager. I run you. I run party chairman. I phone almost everybody. 3 consecutive days. None of you call me back until I did an audio first thing Sunday, I think last week or last 2 weeks Sunday morning. So why is this going on? I'm sorry, I'm a voice in your call, but I did an audio, 7 minutes audio. I share it, and I share it to even the Ashanti Regional Council of Elders. Every single penny, and son, I didn't know how I can't say. I feel I was my friend. I think it's definitely pressure be bound from here, because maybe I'm in the call, people were calling you, what's that?
We brought our own money, we spent our own money.
It's okay. It's okay.
Leave it to talk.
Appointees, I appoint to almost everybody have completely said, yet they ain't teaming fire phone. Personally, I find it so horribly offensive to the noises point. The secretary, what my chance? A supervisor said your way. I People never stopped speaking about this. It was very obvious. People were angry. Angry. If you do not be quiet, so for Kenya, I'm on a platform of Akasa. MPP UK can never be undermined. And never I be vice president here. How can you call other branches? Not me over here. MPP UK is their president. It's not me. It's the seat. MPP UK was the one that gave birth to every single branch. Now, me, I got never been MPP UK. So why? Now, I got Fred, mimic you for Canada, so no make us another chairman. What kind of resort is that? What kind of resort is that? Never happened only once. South Africa, even Germany, Nasara International Conference. Mimic your own be.
They didn't call US and UK. I think
and I am so angry.
White House.
Because you go back, you were Juma Yankasa. Because a Nippon article, when I spoke yesterday on Boiling Point, and you could see that I was so angry.
You're still angry.
You need to be bread too much. Comfort the casa can see you now. I almost so bien so young. Yes, my man Nancy will come her for years. I don't know
what's he? Arabia sending me Florence Golo or said the humble pie has been eaten too late. So, Papa Okase Uzo Okasa wa ya woso. Okasa wa ya woso. Ma betna bemu ana mu betna bemu. 8 years. 8 oh. And fear maku pori and what tree. Na mo show nyankopon anim twedi ampon basa ya dom we anim. Na mo se kwan de nipa bibini. I don't know. So this is here Ghanaians, all of us, Obroni Bekase, we are gradually pushing to the core. We become crestfallen. Very disappointed. No. And then many penny be din command am say hey. NDC for your mutis way. Samanya munioma ye. Now Ghanaians will lay the table like this. And we'll have a dinner. Depending dinner, lunch, or supper. Whichever our table no so. Very particular times. Ghanaians will no longer brace democracy. And so time no swan. Ghanaians ourselves will step out there, say the movement is so radical. Political party will be in campaign bill. A soldier for better democracy will fail. Nasa kasana ya ka if any cliche and as a mountain and a certain nomenclature. Ghana, gateway to Africa. Ghana, beacon of democracy. Sao ye guzuki kaun na momi enya some area for. Now, Iran shadio. Papa Kasawi na Assembly, the General Secretary Justin Abunuya now disclosed the location of the cars. Okasawi ape another meeting be also akoswa sa meeting afi Justin Abunuya and so say afi the cars na hanewo. So Justin Kodria, Justin Frimpong Kodria. Ese me trance na me yet to say crutch na me reciting bear 10 times. I'm sure say be coming him Justin Kodria Frimpong Kodria. Yes Justin momi enya Justin momwame Justin Kodria cuz abonua na ya doso. Yeah, Justin Frimpong Kodria abonua de mentiase. Yeah, afi de oba be kire bebi a cars no ewo. Na wo de mwentimi aniumo mwentimi anya bibi papa bia mfema NPP diaspora for man no dey. I swear to God. NPP for NDC for more diaspora wo we are quiet oh. Hey, Vance, Mrs. Owusu, you are watching the show. You are in Ghana. Very quiet people. NDC for more diaspora. Unto Manu said, but MPP for one more diaspora. Hey, don't go there. They can chest out and they anything. It's all say, yes, one number two, Kwesi say openly to declare for MPP, Sahani Eko, including Enya Kasim Kwanum Debo, Sika money. Omasia Swadi Aba, Nemuria. Mube peja post in kitting dia mom. Major me free a soro abetra abo moma. Mosi yenye ne yenye ochina. Na mudi skano etiha o memuha. Na mudi to dying what trasako. It's gone. Cantonment, Labone, Dev Traco, na mudi bi man na mneade e man so yesi muntimi ni wo. Na mneade ade. Na mutia. Show Justin Cody, I feel watching baby a cast no. Listen to him, baby a cast now. Take a listen.
Lawyer Bernard, young executive forum. And I'm afraid say young executive forum at the cast every party. In fact, what they had in Bible, they declined the coin. Then he called me as my friend, said that it's not proper. There's a UK branch no. Say be a official presentation. So I had to call the car back said Mumbai Initial. Then two car by Upper East. No many cars I hear campaign cars nature I finished me and check the last day. And I'm the cars and the boy. Yes. I said see about or office man. But national chairman also thought otherwise today. One for I said for the camp a year. I said national chairman has to be young and see it's not true say we are for one. I didn't take the card I did for a young executive for them.
No, so the message no, because we have to correct it. No, we have to correct something.
We have to correct something. I'm telling you the person who called me. Okay. But don't tell you. Lawyer Bernard, young executive, and the friend said, when the car said, if Opa K had called me, said, General, with the car everyone, and one instruction said, they different. That is the point I'm making. Then I told him, said, Carson, we're not Liverpool until so by. I don't have a problem. So if we say we are cars now on the ground, the person who gave us the car to call us, demand the cars, but that's an idea. When I said, they met me, they are home. When I declared by was the my campaign area, compound cars in ground. The baby is to travel one. It's a good idea, there's a restaurant. Tell them kind of fool. Obi anti bibiase accusation dey bet my counter accusation Obi anti natural by retirement all of us are winning.
Afima who may be a cast no.
Go to Kumasi before this election. Kumasi and another down Kwaku for
Justin Cody. Tonight I feel and I sympathize the NPP diaspora branch. Yeah. Mahu. When who kwam do mo faso na mo che say 8 years na dey na mo face na mo ye no mo wi anoma so aka se begu krom ha dey amam se mo fanye campaign na mo wi aka se no po ehwa ye hu. An MPP activist Ziga disclosed reasons behind why MPP lost heavily in their World Bank of Ashanti region. Activists we at the assembly atudwa na wa chiremu say ekwanya the NPP lost all seats in Ashanti region could be 1, 2, 3 reasons. Reasons such as what? Take a listen to this. Reasons, you know. Take a listen, folks. Before this election,
the regional capital. I hold you almost strong good. A dear pan why physical project with the exception of judges' quarters. What is the physical project? A visionary project. I'm a demon bit on Kabinje. Nanado Danko Father has wept But then as a president, but he's not a good leader. Regina, a team of 1.79 million. I'm out to win the election. So, members of parliament to watch Santa Regina. Obo Bukotoju or Mr. Oforia Tenu per development. Go to Kumasi today. Project to be a jam project. A work Kumasi Biano. President Mahama has an imprint. And I'm a Tarekra. Yeah. He has an imprint. Good. Overtake, overpass. Make out 1 year fatality rates. Statistics. Make out more Bia Marina and Quanta. Take. Fatality rates. Go to Tech Hospital and ask. Say before you ever overpass. No fatality rate or say. Mahama and Bayer have a overpass. No one. The overpass now. Hello, FM. I President Mahama. No one. Kejetia market. President Mahama has an imprint. Central market here, BC. President Mahama has an imprint. Kumasi Airport. Start.
Neda hono. Making na wuntumi gyina ho. Wuntumi gyina ho kasa wuntumi woso na wuntumi ka kan sen ono na asio o ka Hebrew. Nsem bebre ne mne ade mi wa Ashanti region na hye wuntumi nsa. Ede na oye o. Nothing. Ogunu huni mase poto wuntumi no what Ashanti region who. Ironically, before this apocalyptic defeat, an angel had earlier spoken to the NPP. Had spoken to the NPP. And folks, when he spoke to the NPP to amend their broken home and fix all that they need to fix, yet they refused to heed to the call of the angel. Answer the NPP ever witnessed this apocalyptic defeat, or if you like, this apocalyptic debacle. An angel spoke to them. Muntia some no. Me say answer the NPP bear witness this apocalyptic debacle no. Obofo bi yi ni hu kire wonom kasa kire wonom. Wo mu ina na omo tete no omo hwe obofo ni nim, including former president Akufu. No mu ina hwe angel ni nim. They were all looking at the face of the angel as if though something appeared in the room like enigma. Yeah, the words of the angel does appear enigma to them. I know say now in fact some senior members in MPP to say osle usunu dia omukra de na omuti dem wa na omosre enyo mo say hey de bi o ye ka sam kire yo ntimo me nya asam ne yefo ne yenkofie nkosiesie fie no. Some were laughing after former president Akufo de no osi dem wo en wo hwe nenim o hwe papa nenim na papa na hwe no mo so hwe no no o hwe en wo hwe en wo mo to no mo hwe nenim asem ben no ka kire wo no. No, we are catch them say, and you be a namu mistake, say, me the right angel, say me beka sachramo. So, one fat as some nine yet, man, ya some year for. Angel Ben on one beka say, take a listen to this.
Our focus is for ourselves. Only I, me, myself. At the end of the day, we will fail and the nation will fail. Selfish interest is too high. We are doomed. MPP party talks about we have a man, we have a man, we have a man. If you have a man without unity, you don't have the mind. Listen. Listen. Because if the men are there and they are not united, they will not give you their brains. The party will suffer and the nation will suffer. They will sit down and watch. They want someone to fail for them to take the baton. But you don't want to. Let me tell you, if the group fail, if the nation fail, you have failed. Maybe you called a wrong person to speak today. Greek word for division is not what we are saying. The Greek word for division is not party, is not groupings. Is the Greek word is you tear apart. If the party in power is not united, the country will suffer.
So, hey, obofo no to omofo san mumi yensan tie biom yentie nsamo a oka e be se yesen timi. Take a lesson.
Our focus is for ourselves. Only I, me, myself. At the end of the day, we will fail and the nation will fail. Selfish interest is too high. We are doomed. MPP party talks about we have a man, we have a man, we have a man. If you have a man without unity, you don't have the mind. Listen. Listen. Because if the men are there and they are not united, they will not give you their brains. The party will suffer and the nation will suffer. They will sit down and watch. They want someone to fail for them to take the baton. But you don't want to. Let me tell you, if the group fail, if the nation fail, you have failed. Maybe you called a wrong person to speak today. The Greek word for division is not what we are saying. The Greek word for division is not party, is not groupings. Is the Greek word is you tear apart. If the party in power is not united, the country will suffer.
Good. Nanekia, hi to you, okay? Tomorrow. Obofu we be two mufu nansuma mfanya se. Who President Akufo-Addo, former president? No. Yeah, na mfancheme. Oh, yeah, former president. Nya fina. Nanado, Moshe sa video no, yes say, I say, I'll catch a greater regional minister. I him for net to let them wake up. Let them wake up, wake up. Let tell them wake up. No, Yen say, hey, Akufo-Addo. Charlie, Akufo-Addo, we be do brepen you. President Akufo-Addo will be dini brepen. Bless Asaase so. Be dini brepen. Brace ye ninkaso, a year dear obri be trim a year bre. Mummy and Sia dear, ye queen in Brano Bravo. Ran, Mummy and Sia dear. Why? Baby, I wish she be a chief executive tonight. Listen. Oh, yeah, managing director tonight. Listen. Oh, yeah, bank manager tonight. Listen. Oh, yeah, man of God tonight. Listen. Okay? Oh, look at him on the screen. In those days, to turn and say, go and tell them, let them wake up, tell them, oh, area say, a brio. May all mortal men. So, no, see one, no, so science with the manager who say, yeah, near bri to turn and say, Mufam had there, Akufo-Addo to turn and say, no money at the yes. Hey, I'm saying, Kwaku. My name say no. Oh, Kwaku-Addo. Kwaku no you are come yes you, but you need money pizza. That's why I'm near break request me so. Yeah. So no. Ene baby Akufo-Addo will be ara. Meeting aka say what ne yimo ne couch bi na bia why ne nsa say probability quiet and trying to reflect in the days and the times and the past. He can recall in his era that there was what he can describe as the agony and the ecstasy. The agony and the ecstasy is gone. Do you know? Let's use our time profitably. Okay? Oh, we are president now, ba. Bekatre yen Ghana for say, oh, ba be boa. so that Ghana will walk away from the path of this dependency syndrome on the IMF. Maintain say President Tibienu Yaba, Yabetu no so ba, obetimi ejira boldly and tell Ghanaians say me be one of my economic policy will be to ensure that Ghana will walk away from the path of this IMF dependency syndrome. No. The only person who looked at the face of Ghanaians and said Ghana will walk away from this dependency syndrome, he was a head of state. Former Ignatius Kutu Echampon, General Kutu Echampon, in 1975. Yeah. Onope eno baya. What he did not say, hey, there be yentia. And I'm sure Ghanaians, maybe you recall, or see yentia. And Kutu Echampon walked down the aisle to ensure that vision was fulfilled. And in between time, Kutu Echampon then decided to repudiate. He repudiated 94.4 million United States dollars. And guess what came on Ghana? The international partners, the IMF, Bretton Woods institutions, quickly canceled Ghana's trade credits. And when they canceled our trade credits, brought an untold hardship on us against the backdrop of, say, we have to suffer what you call this imported consumable items such as beef, sardine, milk, sugar. And guess what? And at that time, Buzia, Ayeden, at the Ghana Kosher IMF and SAR, our cedi has been reduced to about 43%. The Ghanaian cedi was reduced to that. So embarrassing enough. Meanwhile, I know a Professor Buzia. And Akufo-Addo Papa was the president. And the only thing Kutu Echampon could do at that time to ensure, say, he would put a face value to the Ghanaian cedi, was to ensure he prioritized, he subsidized, subsidize, and then oil, sanime, subsidize, prioritize. He rational these consumables in order to be able to determine the fixated price of these goods. Ghana. Said your pay. And we say our economy is not robust enough to check all of this. This, indiscriminate and astronomical prices of goods and services anyhow. Kutu Echampon amakwai. And it's a Ghana near Kofa, sa consumables we near Betonwa. He made sure, say, sardine we yen ton or 10 cities. All the retail companies in also Kotonwa for be a 1 cedi per toso. And that's how Kutu Echampon, a military officer, managed to what? To flatten and then brought the Ghanaian economy at par with the foreign currency, the dollar. He went further again to cancel the importation of cotton and said, Ghana, we must import cotton here. We must manufacture cotton. And at that point, Ghana was manufacturing cotton here. And Ghana was able to save about 30 million Ghana cedis. Why not this time? This is somewhere in 1970s. Why not now? Another thing he did was to ensure that he has to take a blueprint written by the first president of this republic, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, written by Kwame Nkrumah's one of his top range officers called Kwaku. And that blueprint that Nkrumah would have implemented would have been said, all foreign companies in this country who are digging our mineral deposits and resources like timber, gold, diamond, bauxite, and they are taking the greater percentage, like what we are experiencing today. The Ashanti gold, the Newmont, and all of that, including our gold in the oil in the western region. Check Ghana's oil deposit at the western region. Juxtapose that with the developments in the western region. Nakasembo yaya dear. Simahu. Kutu Echampon made sure say no. He has to pick that blueprint, and he actioned the blueprint, and then he made a decree and said, hence, all foreign companies in Ghana, at the spirit of say you more fire mineral resources, Ghana will take the greater percentage, and then you more fire the less percentage, and he succeeded. And until that, all companies in Ghana, foreign companies, could not go into our forests, dig our gold, our timber, and they one more year no. What about now? What about now? Some leaders in the past did this, so what about now? We were in this country when former President Kufuor allowed the Newmont company roll to the corridors of Ghana and went to places like IBRAHIM and Ahafo. Newmont, and when Newmont came, Newmont were given red carpets at the castle for them to walk into the office of former President Kufuor. Number 2, former President Kufuor again exempted taxes on Newmont's hardwares. Can you imagine this? Obi onoba ukruma baby 2 gold on money tax exemption. And also red carpet demo. Why? Because this is how our president take delight in things like that. Our presidents most and often times are not thinking about citizens, so they are thinking about themselves and what they are take home. And they are take home. Yeah. Newmont. And then Newmont can be described as one of the companies that have collapsed and have destroyed many of Ghana's food staples like cassava, yams, and all of that, including one of Ghana's enviable export earner, which gives Ghana on the ladder as the second largest exporter of gold, of cocoa. And then kobrem na kwa half ho umutwani na egu. So jeni abayon General Kutu e champon. Some of the leaders we've had in the recent times, some of you see jelimu, see a woman panie, chamwesu namoko sense mutrimu or day. Oya na yenya Western region blocks in any time 20 to 48 hours from now, we are going to increase fuel. Tell me, Kwaku, you are lying. If you are a motorist, a driver, check it. Any moment, 24 to 48 hours from now, may say fuel is going to go up again. Somewhere around before New Year, na me frère papebi ono fele me gas man alaji ji gas na koko fele gas ibra ko fele gas o cylinder kesi ya normal one ya gas edru saying about 300 and something, say 90 say 80 gas. Oba no say, hey boss, any auto obi ache. Say, how? Me kasa ya na me buefu kasa me ntiase gas. Folks, me dem obawie no, afi yen hwa de na wiase enam se ebri yen ni nkasunti. Dia wo ye no e wo bank ho no, dia wo ye wo ministry ho no, dia wo ye software. Edom na wudi womanim na waya hu tintritine tiase ebre beba ubetwa onyankopon ba mu wetwa se na wo yosofo papa ubehu de wo ye bia na ade achi a ne we bisa wo se de me ye de Ghana kanko akosen me kasa na mama kai praise before no so me hu to da o se ade biara me ye no me misa se na nso safete urade ana ya na we bisa wo sa. Okay? Bisa ho se saade no ebe fata o my Ghana a wutimu bie ana anam se de wo ye no e ye small corner wo fi se effect no emfa hom police fo asoja fo fire service fo immigration officers journalists fo mo amuto ade wo dom bankers a lawyer fo a judge fo politicians mumisa bisa ho na nipa ba ko mo de bone mpa o mutrim na mo de ye kan ai so mo nte e ya police fo somewhere new year anymore me two cars bi akọ abonten ye koye adwuma ho na police fo acheche kasi o ma cheche car na o na driver ya frɛ ne we so afrɛ Kwaku ya chie o mini police officer yi kase bia so Kwaku ewa nti meche no ya sebo Kwaku Jan TV so aka ya sebo nti ma cheka no wanya the right na mse sa aban jan ma na mra na caution no na mse ma hu wo pesca 200 agie fini nsem adi kwa 200 Ghana abra me ka ho bie ma ya hye watare se fa koya de mu nim se niam bebre wo mu a you have to caution and allow them to go unless say a grievous crime a obetu na court no mu nim nyama nkitinkiti bi se nipa wafom da bi obeji huska atare ne ya hye no wo de atare ne isi konko prosi atare ne ya de hye no wo de isi konko hwe kana hye no zo ebra wapon efri adwunum na wo retirement no we chia asem ye beka ne sen eno ne ende adodan Kwaku fuado Nana Buedi Kunti Hini of Achim is describing Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's legacy. Now say and what describing Nana Akufo-Addo's legacy. Now also all retire every bank wa all retire as a minister all retire so or software which some Yebeka is saying. Former President Kwaku Addo Onwuyo now so nature someone and they kadia to her man or tia or be listen. Take a listen to this.
Overall, we thank God that the good Lord about to give the mantle, well, to President Mahama. As it is in Luke chapter 10 verse 29, Ghana has been stripped naked. Mother Ghana is bleeding. The robbers have stolen. They have stolen all the goodies. So a good Samaritan has come to rescue her and put her in a good, healthy and happy situation. And also recover the loot that the robbers took. It was quite clear, but people just didn't realize it. And some of us are happy that his reign is over. A lot of the chiefs are happy. A good friend of mine who is also a chief told me once that let's see if he will come around and instruct chiefs to wake up to greet him. It's not a good legacy. He could have done more. He had so much revenue. He had so much he could have done for this country. And so we pray we don't get another Akufo-Addo to be president of Ghana. Overall, we thank God that the good Lord about to give the mantle, well, to President Mahama. As it is in Luke chapter 10 verse 29, Ghana has been stripped naked. Mother Ghana is bleeding. The robbers have stolen. They have stolen all the goodies. So a good Samaritan has come to rescue her and put her in a good, healthy and happy situation. And also recover the loot that the robbers took. It was quite clear, but people just didn't realize it. And some of us are happy that his reign is over. A lot of the chiefs are happy. A good friend of mine who is also a chief told me once that let's see if he will come around and instruct chiefs to wake up to greet him. It's not a good legacy. He could have done more. He had so much revenue. He had so much he could have done for this country. And so we pray we don't get another Akufo-Addo to be president of Ghana.
Omampeni Adodankwa Kwaku-Addo ne legacy na da hoyi. Papa ya wokese wo yo hini o. Na adibi ye me wonwa kire se bia na Friday na mehwe ho asema ka se to the extent say ahemfo be maako be enan ana is stand to be corrected enan ana enum. Also in the MPP stronghold in Ashanti region capital Kumasi, boldly, openly, and criticizing and again endorsing John Mahama's administration, comeback administration. Let me be say, hey, inti ahemfui enyo mo say MPP oho eno mo party ni fruma ni adewa wo me esunsu aso kakra ama o man peni. MPP, you lost it. Nana Buedi wan fancy wow. He goes further to describe how uncomfortable former President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo was during the investiture of John Dramani Mahama. I feel say no. A brand new year swear John Mahama wohono. O wunse Akufo-Addo. Eniyema nkoye I saw otijaso. Akunya no a onte so no ehana papa. Adenti na ohini be kasa. Take a listen to Nana Bodi.
Talking about seriously, during the coronation, I realized that President, now former President, Akufo-Addo wasn't comfortable. It wasn't that he wasn't comfortable because he didn't want to release the power. Apostle Nelson Ojem, definitely Ojem, but he was very uncomfortable with his chair. I realized that he missed that chair. You know, I would want to ask President Akufo-Addo if he bought that chair with his money. If he didn't, then we will come for it. It will give Ghana a lot of money. We will put it in the museum. If we are talking about chairs, I think it comes second to Otumfuo's Sikadwa Kofi in fame. You see, a chair that can be flown all over, a chair that will be given a V8 to sit in, and armed men with AK-47s to guard. That chair is a famous chair, so if we put it in the museum, Ghana will have a lot of money. He wasn't sitting in that chair at the swearing-in ceremony, and so I could see that he was really, really uncomfortable. He missed the chair. Overall, I think Ghana is happy. Ghana is exonerated. At long last, we can breathe.
Wow, we are man penini can't say found. Ebe. So we are man penini wa besum. Ne ye ka ohini o. Papa yo kasi wanya politician o. Wo yo hini. Na all can say no. I can again hazard a guess. Say. Ahimfo ekuku dambinsu o memu ha womunya wombe bo Akufo-Addo ti brutal. Wombe come bo so asem atre no. Yeah. Say finally on my name and the how atete no doso e will kasam no doso afi on my penina kasa de o tieti ahemfo fa hodie so toto ne nsa nem ne ade ne se nim adan ufado how ene wayemre o edidimu a nche betia na breaking news. Former President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo is no more. O legacy ni o. Enyo ono na wo ko no. But ebusuafo na wegya wo mo no. E we chiri no ene dia. Atare betwa e dia show mo. Folks, maybe a short break, but before the break, mamenya announcement in Fema say, I promise the viewers and listeners say, when we come back in the year 2025, the front line is also going to mount a serious expose with title The Ministry of Darkness. Okay. The Ministry of Darkness is about what? A expose into the body of Christ. Asofobi wo memu ha. Enye nyamedwuma no wo moye. No. Enye nyamedwuma. Expose no be kosan. Maybe ye expose no humfoni kakra e de a chero. Take a listen to this.